When someone is jealous of you but pretending not to be, it often shows up in subtle ways, through passive aggression, hidden competition, backhanded compliments, or fake support. Before I get into the signs to look out for and how to deal with them, let me share a little bit of my experience on this topic. When I was younger, I didn't really understand what jealousy looked like, especially when it came from people who smiled right in my face. People who came over to my house, laughed with me, ate my food, drank, partied, and acted like they were genuinely for me. I dealt with so much passive aggression, unnecessary competition, people copying my style, and subtle backhanded behavior, mostly from females I considered classmates, close friends, and even very close family members. And whenever I would confide in people I trusted, they would say to me, "Can't you see they're just jealous?" I'd always shake my head and say, "Jealous of what? I have nothing. I'm just trying to survive like everyone else." And then they'd point it out. "Look at them. Look at their profile. Look at how they dress. They're mimicking everything you do." Sometimes these friends and family members were even younger than me, pretty, with so many amazing qualities. I thought, why would they be jealous? I couldn't wrap my head around it. Sometimes I still don't get it. I believe we are all unique in our ways. There is no reason for envy. We each have something different to offer. But some people don't see that. I remember one girl in particular. She was stunning. She'd make little comments about my jacket, my boots, my hair color, and nitpick at everything. Never all at once, but always finding something to critique. And sometimes it would hurt my feelings. I would feel insecure about certain things. Then, a few days later, she'd show up wearing the same leather jacket, same boots, even the same hair color. It was like we were twins. It was so blatant, and yet I still didn't see it for what it was. I'm not quick to assume people are jealous. People would point that out to me. Back then, I truly couldn't recognize it, but as I got older, the signs started to click, and eventually it all became crystal clear. I learned that jealousy doesn't always make sense. It's not always about what you have, it's about what others see in you, even when you don't see it in yourself. Jealousy doesn't always come from people who want your money or your lifestyle. Sometimes people envy your confidence, your energy, your kindness, your potential, even when you're still figuring things out yourself. Here are some signs to look out for, and I hope you listen to the end. 1. Backhanded compliments. They may compliment you in ways that include subtle insults, such as, "You're so lucky you don't have to work hard like the rest of us." "You are so lucky you have a guy like that who does everything for you." "Wow, you actually look good today." What it means, they're masking their jealousy with sarcasm or minimizing your achievements. 2. Passive-aggressive behavior. They may ignore your good news, change the subject, or make snide remarks, silent treatment when you're doing well, sarcastic jokes about your success, subtle eye-rolling, or facial expressions when you're talking. What it means, they're struggling to celebrate you without revealing envy. 3. Minimizing your achievements. Instead of being happy for you, they'll say things like, "It's not a big deal. Anyone could have done that. It's probably just luck." What it means, jealous people often feel the need to downplay your success to make themselves feel better. 4. Undermining you in front of others. They subtly discredit you in conversations, meeting, or social settings, telling your secrets or flaws to others, making you look bad through jokes, taking credit for your ideas. What it means, this is a way of competing with you without being obvious. 5. Lack of genuine support. They're quiet when you're thriving but loud when you're struggling, not congratulating you, skipping your milestones, birthdays, promotions, etc., only showing up when things go wrong. What it means, they don't truly celebrate you because your success makes them feel insecure. 6. Fake enthusiasm. They'll act overly cheerful or exaggeratedly happy for you, but it feels forced or off, smiling with no eye contact, quickly changing the topic after pretending to be happy. What it means, the effort to appear supportive is overcompensating for their real feelings. 7. Sudden competition. They start copying you or trying to one-up everything you do. You buy a car, they try to outdo it. When you get a promotion, they suddenly chase a new goal. They compare constantly, "Well, I'm doing this now." What it means, jealousy often leads to rivalry disguised as ambition. 8. Gossip and rumors. They talk about you behind your back or spread subtle negativity. "I mean, she's doing well, but he's not as happy as he looks." People are saying. What it means, jealous people use gossip to damage your image without confronting you directly. 9. They distance themselves. When you shine, they may withdraw when you're doing well, avoiding you, ghosting, or acting cold, not liking or commenting on your posts anymore. Suddenly too busy when you're doing great, being short or dry in conversations. What it means, your success triggers something in them they don't want to deal with. From what I've learned, people who feel less than in some areas of their life may direct those feelings toward others who seem to have it all. Instead of confronting those feelings, they mask them with fake kindness, avoidance, or competition. 1. Don't take it personal. Jealousy is often a reflection of their insecurity, not your worth. Jealousy isn't really about you. It's about what your presence triggers in others. Recognize that their hidden envy often comes from their own feelings of inadequacy, comparison, or unfulfilled dreams. Affirm yourself quietly, I don't have to shrink for others to feel comfortable. 2. Avoid engaging in power struggles. Trying to prove your worth or defend yourself only feeds their insecurity. When someone is secretly jealous, they may bait you into arguments, compete subtly, or throw shade. Don't play their game. Stay grounded and avoid reacting emotionally. Respond with neutrality or silence. That's more powerful than clapping back. 3. Set healthy boundaries. You don't need to cut them off immediately, but you must protect your peace. You don't have to give full access to people who don't celebrate you. If someone constantly minimizes or undermines you, limit how much personal info you share. Start with emotional boundaries. Say less. Protect your wins. 4. Trust your intuition. We often sense when something is off before we can explain it. If you feel a shift in someone's energy, coldness, fake support, weird comments, believe what you feel. Don't gaslight yourself by thinking you're imagining things. If it feels fake, it probably is. Trust the vibe more than the words. 5. Keep shining anyway. Dimming your light won't protect you. It only hurts you. Some people will envy your glow even when you're still growing. That doesn't mean you need to hide. Keep being authentic. Your job is not to make others comfortable with your success. Celebrate your progress, even if they don't. 6. Practice compassion, but with discernment. Jealous people are often hurting or lost inside. This doesn't mean you tolerate toxic behavior, but sometimes it helps to recognize that the person may be struggling with comparison or low self-worth. You can say, I wish them well, without staying close to them. 7. Surround yourself with genuine people. Healthy friendships feel supportive, not competitive. When you're around people who truly care, you'll notice the difference. You feel safe to share your wins without judgment or weird tension. Choose your circle with care. Energy is contagious. Believe it. It is.